everyone, my name is Komal Jalan and I teach biology to classes 9 to 12, CBSE, ICSE, ISC state boards and several all India entrance examinations like NEET, KVPY, NTSC and other biology entrance exams. I have done my master's in life science and have qualified different all India examinations like CSIR, NET, where I have secured 32 All India rank. Also, I have qualified GATE and ICR NET exams. So, students, I'll be guiding you in biology and make your learning very interesting. Today, we will be discussing about transport in plants, how food are transported from the region of their production to the region where they are utilized. Okay, so let's start with the topic. So we all know that the green plants are autotrophic in nature. They are able to prepare their own food. So the green parts of the plant are able to synthesize the food which is known as glucose, and this glucose needs to be transported to different parts of the plant. Okay, how they are transported from one region to another is our topic of today's discussion. Okay, also we need to know that the water which is absorbed by the roots, they are transported to the kitchen of the plant, that is leaves. So this water which is used as the raw material in photosynthesis, how they are transferred from the soil to the root to the leaves. This is our topic of today's discussion. So let's begin. So water, mineral nutrients and organic nutrients. Organic nutrients are the ones which the plant prepares, and mineral nutrients are the ones which the plant absorbs with the water, from water, okay, in the raw form. Using this, the plant prepares organic nutrients, and all those are needed to be transported from one region to another. So see here, this is the green part of the plant, light oxygen, light carbon dioxide and water. Water are absorbed from the soil. Water and some dissolved minerals are absorbed from the soil. They reach towards the green part of the plant where the photosynthesis will take place, and by the process of photosynthesis, food is being prepared. Okay, so this transport of water and transport of food, which is this one, the green arrow shows the transport of prepared food, and the blue arrow shows the water which is absorbed from the soil and transported to the green part. So today our topic is transport of water, which is acting as a raw material which will help in the synthesis of glucose, and after glucose is formed, it is also transported to the rest of the plant body. So see, so if we start with the absorption of the water by the root, okay, so remember the root have several root hair-like structure. Okay, this root hair-like structure help the plant in increasing the surface area for greater absorption of water. Okay, some plants are in symbiotic association with the fungus. Okay, they are in the symbiotic association with the fungus, and this fungus are increasing the surface area of the root hair even more. These are what? These black color structures are fungus. So when any fungus is in symbiotic association with the roots of the plant, then it is called mycorrhizae, and these mycorrhizae even increase the surface area of absorption. Okay, this is not compulsory. This may happen in the plant. Okay, so this is mutualism, where the mycorrhizae are taking the benefit from the plant and the plant is also getting the benefit from the fungus. So this kind of association is a mutual association. So see, these are the fungus which are associated with the roots of the plant. Okay. Now, as we all know that soil contains water and this water needs to be transported to the root. Okay, this water needs to be transported to the root. If we see a magnified view of a root structure, so root and the soil water are very closer to each other. Okay, so also this water has to be transported to the different cells of the root. If we even magnify the root cells, it will look somewhat like this. So water will be absorbed and it will be transported further. Okay, where it will be transported? It will be transported to vascular system, which is xylem. Okay, so see, as you can see, from soil to root hair to xylem, from soil to root hair to xylem is a very short distance of transport. Okay, now if you don't know about xylem, I would like to tell you that xylem is a vascular tissue in plant which helps in the transportation of water and minerals. From where to where? Where are the source of water and minerals? The source is the soil. So xylem will transport the water and minerals from roots to the upper part of the plant, that is leaves. Okay, now as you can see that from soil to xylem is a short distance transport, but from xylem to the leaf is a very long distance of transport. Okay, so we can say that the transportation involves both short distance of transport and long distance of transport. Okay, some transportation requires energy and some does not require energy. Okay, also remember one thing, that short distance transport, the process involved is diffusion. But for long distance transport, diffusion will not play any role because diffusion is a very slow process. If the plant have high demand for water and if diffusion is playing the role, then it will take years and years for the plants to meet the demand of the water. So for long distance transport, different processes are working. The process is bulk flow, which we will be discussing in detail. Okay. So also remember one thing, I told you that the transport can be without the involvement of energy or it can be with the involvement of energy. Whenever any mineral or water is transported from higher concentration to lower concentration, then there is no requirement of energy. This is known as passive process. An example of the passive process is diffusion. Okay. Active transport is towards the opposite side. So when we need to snatch anything from the person who have very less of something, we have to snatch it from that person by requiring energy, by requiring more of the effort. Okay, so to take out something from the lower concentration towards the higher concentration, energy is required. Okay, so you can see here what serves as a source of energy. So the most important transport protein for active transport is the proton pump. Okay, also I would like to mention that diffusion. Here, two kinds of diffusion we need to know about. This simple diffusion is the transport through the membrane and no transport proteins are involved. But another kind of diffusion, which is facilitated diffusion, here transport proteins are involved. Okay, but in both the diffusion process, energy is not required. Okay, if we come to active transport are always by transporter protein. If I just draw a simple structure of a double membrane over here, okay, if the molecules here are in higher concentration, if they have to cross the membrane from higher to lower, then this method is diffusion. Okay, also when it has to travel through a transporter protein, then again from higher to lower, this is higher concentration of any molecule, this is lower concentration of any molecule, and this structure which I have drawn is a plasma membrane, or we can just refer it as membrane. Okay, and this structure is a transporter protein. Okay, so look here. So this is known as simple diffusion, where no transporter proteins are involved, only the transportation is just through the membrane. This is simple diffusion. Okay, and this is facilitated diffusion, where a transporter protein is facilitating the diffusion and making the rate of transport even more faster. Okay, now coming to the third type. Coming to the third type of transport, that is active transport. Here what we see, that if this is a double membrane structure and here a kind of transporter protein involved, and think here there is a lower concentration, here even higher concentration of solute minerals or any particle, and here from lower when it has to go towards the higher side. As I said, from lower to higher, energy is involved. Okay, energy will be involved. This is known as active transport. Now coming to the what is written here is that the most important transport protein for active transport is the proton pump. So proton will be pumped. Proton means hydrogen ion will be pumped, which will help in generating the membrane potential, which will be helping in generating the gradient, okay, which will drive the transport from the lower to the higher side. Okay, so you can look here that proton will be pumped to provide the energy for the solute transport. You can see that this is the lower concentration, here it's a higher concentration, and proton will be pumped to drive or to produce the energy, to generate the energy. The proton pump generates membrane potential gradient, which will be helpful in transporting the ions from the lower side to the higher side. Thank you for watching this video. You can enroll yourself on Sulekha eLearn to have a wonderful learning experience from India's best instructors. Thank you.